high standard of 400-meter running indeed. The next lineup is Kayesha of Uganda in lane 1, Sigurdsson of Iceland in 2, Takano of Japan in 3, James Atuti of Kenya in 4, wearing 120 there on the left is Doug Hines of Canada, Michael Paul of Trinidad is outside him, Hartmut Weber, the German champion, in lane 7, Marcel Arnold of Switzerland drawn in lane 8 on the outside. Moses Kayeswa of Uganda has gone storming off and has made up the gap on Oddmar Sigurdsson of Iceland in 2. But look at the Japanese, James Suzami Takano, in lane 3 wearing 514. They haven't a great tradition of 400-meter running, but he's certainly running exceptionally well. Doug Hines of Canada runs in lane 5. He's got the red strip on, often confused with the Americans, but he's running very well. And Hartmut Weber right on the outside with the red band across his chest for West Germany. On the inside, Moses Kayesha of Uganda in red. Coming up is Michael Paul of Trinidad in red, but Hartmut Weber's going to get there first. His winning time, 46.01. Exceptional standards in the 400 meters here in these World Championships. That's Hartmut Weber, European champion and German champion 10 times. His winning time 46.01. Kayesha 46.31. Michael Paul 46.44. Now the fourth and final second round heat. Todd Bennett of Great Britain goes in lane 1. Then Yosho of Sweden, Vasvari of Hungary, Hassan of Sudan. The Olympic champion Viktor Markin of the Soviet Union goes in lane 5, and he'll be chasing that man, Sundanix, who's in lane 7. Tom Coe of Czechoslovakia is between them, and Hector Daly of Panama is right on the outside. Viktor Markin, first in the Spartakiad Championship, second in the World Student Games, but the Olympic champion. Interested to see what he does in lane 5 against the American champion, Sundanix. There's Sundanix, 22 years of age. The US champion against the Soviet champion, which means this is a very tough second round indeed. There's Sundanix going well. Hector Daly of Panama is outside him. Inside him, Yang Tomko of Czechoslovakia, also running well. And is this a late charge by Viktor Markin in lane 5, running hard for the line in the red vest of the Soviet Union? I think it is, and he's going to get to the line just first. And Markin wins it from Sundanix, and Jan Tomko is in 3rd. Todd Bennett of Great Britain in 4th. That was a very spirited run indeed. 46.16 the winning time. Now for the heptathlon. A 7-event competition spanning 2 days. Really the all-round competition, and this is the lineup that we've got, and the interest here is in the 2 East German girls in lanes 6 and 7. Ramona Neubert, the world record holder. In fact, she's 4 times broken the world record for this event. They put together 100 meters hurdles. They're marked on international scoring tables. They get points for their victory. Then those points are added to those from the high jump, to the shot, to the 200 meters, and on the second day for points for the long jump, the javelin, and the 800 meters. She's got very good company in Sabine Payetz, who wears 217, and all eyes, I think, will be on the 2 East Germans in the blue and white, and they are already getting away. Sabine Payetz is hurtling for the line, and this is going to be a fast time, and she brings the world record holder, Ramona Neubert. Of course, winning one event doesn't win the pentathlon, but if you score 13.12, as Sabine Payetz did there, she collects 986 points, and she'll get 7 scores of that sort to add together. And that score was a very fine one. They've got to conserve some energy here, but you can see how well trained this German pair are. Sabine Payetz getting away a little from the more fancied girl right on the end left there, Ramona Neubert. But Ramona Neubert, who has very strong events to come, still scores 960 points for this first event. And at the end of all the girls going in that, Glynis Nunn of Australia was second to Sabina Payetz, and Judy Livermore of Great Britain was in 3rd. Now the pentathlon high jump, 225, is Anki Vata, who is the 3rd of three very strong East German girls. They make this a speciality event, and the higher she can go in the high jump, the more points she gets, and the East German girls really thriving on this competition. So she's jumped 1m77, 1m80, 1m83, and now 1m86. And this is another strong competitor, this time from West Germany, Sabine Eberts. Oh, big cheer from the crowd. Just brushes it with her feet. And she's going to stack a lot of points up to add to her points that she gained in the hurdles. Judy Livermore of Great Britain, actually attempting a height she's never jumped before, 1m92. 6 feet 3.5. Oh, and she gets over. What a thrill for her. A lifetime best. She had a good hurdles earlier. She was third ranked there. And now she's had a best ever high jump. And there she is, 1m92, the highest point score for her from the high jump. Still 5 events to come, spread over 2 days. That's a tough competition. That's the total of her points. After those 2 events, Judy Livermore of Great Britain leads from Sabine Petz of East Germany. Now the 400 meter semi-finals for men, and all eyes will be on Ed Moses. Hasn't lost a race since 1977. Outside him is Meyer of Switzerland, Tomelin of Belgium, Hamada of Bahrain, Diaba of Senegal, who's very strong, Bulgarians Tomov, Andre Phillips, another good American in lane 7, and Alexander Karlov, number 3 in the world this year, drawn in lane 8. Ed Moses, though, has so dominated this event, it really is all about who's going to come second. The 1976 Olympic champion Moses, drawn right on the inside, and then denied access to the 1980 Olympic Games. But his winning streak is now well into the 80s. He's been undefeated. And look at this. He takes 13 strides between the hurdles in a perfect rhythm to cross those 10 barriers with the minimum effort. And he really is hurtling around. Andre Phillips, the other American, is going well. And Dibiar of Senegal is also going well in lane 5. But really they're having to look at Edwin Moses, now 27, as he streaks away. The American champion for the 4th time this year. Look at it. Well clear of the other American, Andre Phillips. Amadou Diaba of Senegal is having a marvellous run in the middle of your picture there. And he's going to finish 3rd. And I think right on the outside it will be Karlov of the Soviet Union, the winner of the Spartakiad and the World Student Games, who comes 4th. But look at this. Poetry in motion from Ed Moses with about a 9.5-foot stride length. And he's so relaxed as he goes to the line, and that was a remarkable run. 48.11, and a very wide margin between him and Andre Phillips in 2nd place. Now the second semi-final, and in this we've got Carl Smith of Jamaica in lane 1, and one of the few men that can test. There's David Lee of the United States drawn in lane 5. But for me, I think Harold Schmidt in lane 2 is one of the few competitors that can test the great Ed Moses. The others going to their blocks there was Sparek of Poland in 6, Ogidi of Nigeria in 7, right on the outside, Alonso of Spain. But Harold Schmidt, we haven't seen a lot of. He's got the white vest with the red band. He's the West German who is the European champion and was the last man to beat Ed Moses. True, it was way, way back in 1977, but he's a fine half-miler, that's to say 800-meter runner as well. He's run 1:44.8, and there he is. Ed Moses, nearest threat, Harold Schmidt from West Germany, striding away and closing the gap on this good American, David Lee, in lane 5. David Lee, 2nd in the US Championships to Ed Moses, and the 1981 World Student Games champion. But it's the West German that breaks away with David Lee chasing him, and the pole coming through. Richard Sparek maybe for 3rd, and Sven Nylander of Sweden for 4th, from Ogidi of Nigeria in 5th, and Harold Schmidt proves that he is a challenger by running that in 48.57. David Lee, 48.63, those two looking very impressive indeed.